Hello, Reckonate7, and welcome back to Rule the Waves 2 as we continue our run as the Confederate States of America. And in what is being an incredibly common theme this run, we're at war with the British. Although, this time, to spice things up a little bit, the Russians have joined in as well. The target of our war is to secure Newfoundland, something we had done previously, but then we lost the province to rebels. We've managed to inflict a fairly grievous blow on the British carrier fleet, and with that we've landed troops in Newfoundland. So our priorities at the minute are maintaining a large force in the North American East Coast, winning any naval battles that are in support of land combat, and praying that our army gets the job done so we can call a peace and rest on our laurels that we have once again kicked the British out of the North Americas. So, without any further ado, I'll hand you back over to the live Twitch audio. Enemy coastal raid. I doubt this is going to happen. What is happening? This seems incredibly foolish by the British. Okay, a couple of heavy cruisers. Quite like my Shenandoah class. Weather, it's night time. Well, that's fair enough. So we're going to be coming for this installation. I'm a little wary they have a large number of light forces, considering I'm heavy cruisers. Not the kind of thing you want to be bombing around in the dark with. We'll head towards the general point and see what happens. Okay. I think that's just our forces. Definitely hard firing at one point. Enemy ship uninvited hit by a torpedo. Oh, we have some friends. So in here you can see under support force of the Bayou City, as well as some destroyers have torpedoed British thing. Excellent. Long may that continue. We might get some air attacks from Portland. Yeah, fair enough. And it was indeed a heavy cruiser which sunk. Excellent. I did absolutely nothing. Oh, wow. Shiny new one. 2-year-old Euryleus. I think they've picked that name just to trick me. How's the family? Family is good, yeah. Yeah, a few tender tantrums here and there, but such is life with little ones. I think there was that one torpedo that did it in, really. It's surprising. You think a new ship like this would have torpedo protection, reasonable torpedo protection. Although, again, I suppose it was just enough damage they couldn't quite turn it off. Over enough time they sunk it. Okay. More prestige, more victory points, and more importantly, less ships for the British. I like that. Airborne radar, cool. We have our usual loss of victory points around Africa. Loss of a corvette. These numbers have come down a lot, which is nice to see. Still seeing submarines. Still lots of raiding, which is a bit annoying, but unrest is entirely manageable. Just get my army to pull the finger out, we'd be laughing. Ah, here we go. Let's see if we can give him a hand. Are you going to be... reason I'm going for airfields this time is because we are supposed to be flying out to the east of Newfoundland, so it's really out with the range of most of my airfields, but my medium bombers can indeed hit their airfield, so let's get them to do that. But I was going to say it's a reasonable force. It's not, it's just a bunch of destroyers. That's not the most interesting. It's convoy raid, okay. No control just yet. At least, nighttime, okay. Okay, we should be able to get in and cause havoc amongst the transports. Take it up to 30 knots. Radar will help us find them. Try and avoid whatever protection they've got. Job's good. Maybe. Okay. We'll have some destroyers head towards us. That looks like the main transport's there, so we're just gonna break off the west. Get around their terrible, terrible defensive. Guys, calm yourselves. Then go straight in amongst the transports. Have a rare old time. There will be some other destroyers in here. That's okay. They've... How about it, lads? Yeah, there's going to be lots of torpedo hits here. Sail down the line. Oh, that's a lot of merchants hit by stuff. Now, the destroyers are coming. Want to kind of get in, destroy everything we can, and then run away again. Seems to be generally what is happening. Good. Potentially some warships in here somewhere. Oh, they look like these are destroyers. Okay, that's 6 transports dead. Looks like we've sunk a few other bits and pieces as well. Pick off the destroyers at the rear end of our line. Claiming a light cruiser. I'll take that. Actually, that's fine. Oh, looks like my rudder's stuck. That's a bit disappointing. Come on, T-14. Okay, fix the rudder. Alright, at this point I think we just get out of dodge. How much more nighttime do we have? 11 hours. Is that right? 11? Yeah. Perfect little nighttime raid. Maybe a few limping wounded here. We'll see if we can't finish them off. Out for a large number of destroyers. Don't get involved in too big a tangle. Don't know who that was supposed to be at. Okay, sinking on the merchant. Some fire with some destroyers and we'll sail away. And go home? Yeah, let's just go home, I think. Me? Just... I saw some green dots come my general direction. Okay, here I'm going to stick around because we outnumbered this little squadron by the looks of things. But we can't outrun them. Catch them more, can't we? Now we could detach some of the weaker ships and head in with people who aren't stuck to 23 knots. We also just give up the prize. Why is it not fighting back wherever they are? Assuming the destroyers at the speed they're going. One sunk, wherever it was. Yep, it was a Moy class destroyer. Absolute carnage with speedos. Alright, let's just let us think. Homeward bound. Excellent. A great daily office. We did dispatch 2 destroyers, 2 corvettes, 17 transports. Excellent. More importantly, we helped the land combat. A research buff from enemy? Of air to ship missiles, yeah, okay. Oh, come on, army, you're killing me. You're absolutely killing me. This is the last month before we need to pause the construction. It's a bit unfortunate, but there we go. Russia's brought a surprisingly large fleet here now, actually. Britain and Russia combined do have more points. Okay. Might be able to offer us a major engagement here. Potentially like this. Or not. The Clifton intercepts a Russian raider. Let's have a go at this. Easy enough to sink. The Clifton's pretty slow, I think 26 knots max speed, so if it's a light ship, we'll be able to pretty readily run away from us. Unless we can get some... Well, they're also a heavy cruiser. Alright. They're fairly good at counting themselves to open up. Feedings. Another Rurik class. 6 10-inch guns. 14 6-inch. We have got 8 10-inch guns. 5, so our secondaries aren't quite heavy, but we have more main armament, except we've lost a turret. We need to get our rear turrets. Does indeed have us for speed. Gonna open up the angle here so our rear turrets can get involved. There they are now. Just gonna engine room hit. We're starting to hit them. We'll be able to do enough. Right, we're just getting lit up here. Into 4 main guns. He thinks we're going to let her go. Yep, Russia claims victory there. That's fair enough. Just did more damage than opening salvos. 200 points, that's fine. Spy from USA? No, I'm not ratcheting up tension there. Fighting Britain, USA and Russia is maybe asking for more trouble than it's worth. Wow, you guys love your new models. What have you done this time? Slightly tougher. Okay. Oh, you're absolutely kidding me. Why? Wow, we just got 3 corvettes, 4 corvettes. Are you kidding me? This game, man. Right, doing some thwarting, that's good. We're continuing to sink enemy submarines. We are building a bunch more. Mainly Russian ones, it looks like we're sinking. But they're building even more. Britain. We might need to. I mean, we do have plenty corvettes spare at the minute, but we may want to look at getting. But what else could we do? Armed merchant cruisers. Not something I typically build, actually. Yeah, auto design one of these. What does it look like? Unit mines, but you have no anti-submarine capabilities. We mustn't have Q. Well, I'm not sure that's very useful for me then. Better going with like a 900 displacement corvette with 4K guns. Oh, that's kind of for me. It's a year to build these though, is my only thing. Okay, do you know what I'm gonna commit to? I'm gonna build some more of these. Probably gonna delay a couple of our CVs, but I think it's more important. Make sure we've got some ASW coming our way. Yeah, I don't really care about this. I think I'd want to try and make it slightly cheaper. Let's skimp out on the rounds, because you're not going to do any real fighting. I think there's no calibers. Yeah, do not care about your AA. Shout at me for weight remaining. Oil, fire control. Oil is more expensive, isn't it? Not really, so on. Why not? For the speed, do you get cheaper? Ooh, but not massively so. Okay. Okay, we'll go with this. Don't really care about fire control. You're mainly for your ASW work. Okay, we'll do that. We'll build maybe 8 of those. Meanwhile, we need to pause. You go. Fortunately. I don't need to halt. Let's not halt you both. I'll probably have to do it once we start building those corvettes, but still. Okay, sure, we'll fight. British, I think, are using light cruisers, which will probably take one look at me and say, not interested, see you later. And crippling blow in this open. It doesn't really look like that's happening. Oh, we hit with a 10-inch though, that's good. And away she goes. Yep. Okay. It should just auto those. I don't know if it's more or less chance of a victory. A draw. But at least she was... Oh, I forgot to reset my invasion planning. That's going to cost me a bunch of money. Right, our navy can win this war. Our army is clearly rubbish. Wait. Oh, airdrop torpedoes run patterns. Cool. App. Fighter. Max speed is, well, massive improvements here. Firepower, maneuverability, slightly less tough, but I think if you're faster and you're more maneuverable, then you don't need to be tough because you're not getting shot. I think you are a clear winner. Ranger has been reduced, to be fair, but still much better. Okay. Brought me something new. What's new, good and new about it? Change of bomb armament. Can carry heavier bombs. do that. Do I care that much about it? I mean, you're both... I wish your reliability was a bit better. No, I don't. It's being sunk. Or submarines being sunk. Okay, go to build screen. I would like 8 of these. How much is that? 1 million? Well then, 1.6 million. Good. Meanwhile, now here's the problem. How much ships have you brought over here now? Okay, Russia's left. Good. So we can still... Russia again will have the whole basis problem. Haven't got any. I mean, Newfound is only worth 4, right? So, hopefully, any piece that we do get, we will get 4 values so we can take this. We are so far ahead in VPs. They're certainly not on their knees or anything like that. Inflicted some good losses, but they've got a pretty big navy to call upon. And they are rebuilding. Don't have much heavy cruisers left. Russia's got all the heavy cruisers here. CALs are very much for muchness. Wow, they don't have many destroyers left. Okay. Yeah, Britain has gone all into submarines. Alright. Enemy coastal raid. Want to give it a go? Okay. What? I'm going to continue to be hawkish, so if we do get peace, hopefully we get a good peace. Okay. Oh, I swear to God, if you don't give me 4 points here. Here. Gaining large territories, everyone can see that, right? This is what the game's telling you. Spoils to the victors. What's this we're saying? It may not be. It was not the invasion of dreams that we all hoped for. But most importantly, Newfoundland is rightful Confederate clay. And I'll take the other 2 points as war reps. Enables air attacks with ASM. Cool. Five bombers. Do we have? Okay, we don't need SAMs or anything, you come later. What? But presumably none of our planes carry those yet. Okay. Do I need these corvettes? I'll probably keep them around. Awesome. Right, North Magnesia Coast, we've got it. Newfoundland is ours. Look at that. Look at this lovely coastline. With the exception of the Eastern USA, which we may or may not do something about. But first, I want to try and take Cameroon. Now, worth knowing, like, possessions aren't really worth it at this stage in the game. You don't get a lot of money for overseas stuff. It's just about that little map painting that we want to do. Yeah, if you're just playing to max out your budget and your size, you just hit the war reps. Well, it's worth noting that Britain, as a global naval power, they get free boosts of economy if anyone gets near them in terms of budget. Alrighty then, so let's stand our navy down, get our new CVs out and about, and then we'll prepare for the next war. You guys are going to mothball because you're not important. Books to maybe drop. Probably going to end up in a mothball for our side of things. CVs and our smaller CVs CVs and our CVs. That's really good. CVLs and our smaller CVs. Am I mothballing them or I'm just going to reserve them? Mothball actually. Gonna hurt if it's outbreak of war. Good. Our archers are doing their thing in West Africa. Yeah. Don't think we necessarily need the Selma though. Bring you home. Keep Rappahannock's on active and then serve. Shenandoahs can stay on active. You guys can come home and probably to mothball, to be perfectly honest. Ah. Caribbean, please, not North American East Coast. Thank you. Castles. Wow, you need a refit. Okay, we can do that. Alabama's getting mothballed. Or potentially even scrapped. Okay. How's my budget looking? Great, not terrible. Going active. We've got 3 battleships. Buying some bits in for refit it anyway. We've got guys who are not going to stay inactive, and then Shenandoah's goods on foreign station. Rappahannock's. That's it. I mean, it doesn't seem like a huge active navy, so I think it's probably reasonable to leave it at that. Wait a little bit. New CV's out, which kind of sucks, but we're gonna not spy in Britain because I'm tired of fighting them. I'm gonna spy in Germany. Want to Cameroon. Oh, this will be interesting. Or not. Really, we only shot down 60 enemy aircraft. That's not many. And fighters and HA doing it. Gloucester Lysander's entering service. Okay. New fighters enter active service, means I need to obsolete the old one. Oh, I need to reserve all my bunch of money. Will become obsolete. I would like... Ironically, I want you to be fast and I want you to be big bomb mode. Because their range is going to be huge anyway. Air groups. This is what we need to do. Lot. We're all on reserve. And in fact... John? St. John, is that the right one? I have 2 St. Johns now. St. John's and St. John's, okay. St. John. You, my friends, are no longer required, although I could potentially just move you out to St. John's. This isn't confusing in the slightest. And we're probably going to increase, more likely just move fighters out in here when we start. Like... Right, so we have much more cash to play with, so let's get Senegal resumed. Maybe. We got a lucky tick. Okay, let's go. There's an uprising in an African country in the focus of great power colonial ambitions. We need to send a force to evacuate our nationals and secure and protect our interests. What size should it be? Absolutely the biggest and best ship you can send. Goodness, good. And they're just like that. Tensions are high and money's up. With the threat from Great Britain rising, I don't want it. The Hawk Party manages to pass a bill authorising additional funding for the Navy. The President wants to hold an international naval gathering with a sailing regatta and competition. This will strengthen our international standing and lessen tensions. I'm tempted to just say no. Let's just say no. There's subs. I mean, if we go to war with Great Britain again, you could just go and build like 100 subs and win it that way. What other way we would win it, to be perfectly honest. We don't really contest any sea zones. Right, all our ships are in construction and we're in the black again. That's a nice place to be. Let these guys get finished and then think about what we want to do with ourselves. Nigeria. Better ASW, excellent. First thing we do is rebuild the castle class. Japan has stolen technology and ship design for us. Okay, we'll say don't do that. Plenty tension space. Really excellent. Okay, castle class. We're all gonna get rebuild. So I don't want any light here. I'd rather have mediums if we can. Do we have better 16 inches? We do. That makes me happy. Better 8. No, we're advanced direct already. We've got a little scooch of weight left. Perhaps less by the time I throw on, and not these, more of these. We could potentially put in another A director, but fill up with medium A first. Good. Then what I want to do? I don't really know actually. Is that everything? You're really only 26 knots. Okay. If I did this, how much would this cost? Get you up to 28 knots. We could. This is not cheap. Cheaper than buying a whole new battleship, that's for sure. But you could say, well, just keep them at 26 knots, get a new one. But actually, I mean, what do our the ones go around at? Chancellorsville and Winchester at 30. Not going to get near that, but 28 would at least put it in the fast battleship category. More likely to turn up during cruiser engagement, so I think that might be worth the upgrade. Of interest. Is there any way? Oh, that's a lot of tonnage. Okay, I'm not sure we can get them up to 30. Let's keep them say 28 for now. I'm tempted to try and go a little bit more rounds per gun, mainly for the secondaries actually, and I'm looking forward to. I've seen it in published screenshots from Wave 3, being able to have different round volumes for your secondaries. Carry more A without worrying about more heavy shot. We're going to strip now, let's not do it. Five more rounds per gun. Does that really make much of a difference between... Let's just do that. I suppose we could throw on more secondaries. More tertiaries even. Or more secondaries. Okay, this is quite a substantial rebuild. It's going to cost us like 40 million. We're going to have fast battleships, which I think is a good improvement. I'm not too... I mean, 16-inch main gun is... Give them even more AA punches, because that's what you need. Good. We're waiting for another AA director. Alright, let's do it. Oh. Alright, I don't know what that was about. I would like to rebuild you guys. Castle 1945. Yes, please. Awesome. Hopefully war doesn't break out for a year, and then. But I think it's important to get them up into the fast battleship stage. Now the Alabama and Judah are really. Built in 1915 for goodness sake. But they're not costing us much in the way of maintenance, and we would want to probably replace them before we scrap them. Cruisers, to be honest. But let's get our fast battleships out there, and then we'll worry about that. Autoloader, nice. Effectiveness, good. Is worked up. Problem. You have offered me a new dive bomber. Got more firepower. Slightly more range. Okay. I'll take it. One is out and about. One more to come. Senegal in 1 month. Excellent. Yes. An autoloader for 6-inch guns. Ooh. The autoloaders, they take 30% more space. No, 20% more space. 5% more space. Round about that. Yeah, a 10% rate of fire increase normally, and then once you have straddled the target, you get a 30% rate of fire increase. Kind of doesn't start paying off until you've locked in that targeting, but then obviously it pays off. Quite an insane range of fire. Search radar 3. Now, level 3 is where you get blind fire, but that might be fire control radar rather than search radar. Okay, new medium bomber. These have ranges are all fantastic. Your bombers are all pretty good. You can carry torpedoes. That's interesting. Speed, pretty darn close. God, there's not much between you guys. You are slightly less tough, but slightly more maneuverable. And you can carry torpedoes, which is interesting. You have slightly less range on light, but who cares? Yeah, I think this one's good. Awesome. Give me a star. Oh, tell you who has been not mothballed and should have been mothballed a long time ago. Are you two? As do you two. How long have you guys got left? 8 months. Yeah, builds, we've got the cash for it. Let's do it. Design for rebuild. So you've already got the quality ones. You've got the advanced director. Hey son, you don't need to rebuild your machinery. little bit of weight remaining. But, I probably want to try and tweak these around in my revelation for medium versus light. Okay. Rebuild that should be fairly quick. I might get shouted at for not having enough heavy ships on active duty, actually. But I'll worry about that in a moment. Finish quality 1. 1. Tempted. Oh, your weight's terrible. Okay. Well, let's pull back on the tertiaries. In fact, let's just go to the tertiaries. Fixings. Okay. I wonder why your weight was negative. Ammo's got heavier or something. I don't know. Auto. Okay, lock it in. We'll get rebuilt. And that's where we're going to bring this one to a close. So finally, we secured Newfoundland. Well, again, really frustrating that the army lost it there, but glad we managed to let the Navy complete the job in the end and secure it through peace negotiations. I will have to apologise. I realise the audio for the microphone is a little squiffy for this episode and probably will be for the next two. I was playing around with my noise gate to try and make it less aggressive so it didn't cut things off so readily. And because I'm a massive numpty, I tweaked it in the wrong direction ahead of the stream. So that's why it's being a little bit on the aggressive side and cutting out some of the quieter bits of my speech. So I hope you managed to enjoy it and bask in our victory regardless. And I'll catch you all in the next one.